It's recording. Alright, so we're going to start with our keyword and sound.
Not Josh, King, Bat, Ness, Sink, Go, Up, KK, Arya, Pat, Ripper, Jakes, Boot, Alphabet, Dond, Kite,
Okay.
Chuck,
Wait.
Check, Thumb, Grandmother, Octopus, All, Whistle, Igloo, Cock, Suits, Book, Boo, and Little, and Rabbit, Roll, Follow, Match, Apple, App, Watch, All, Wedding, Active, Grip, so that knows Fish, Newton, Georgia, Church, Light, Welcome, Beat,
Good. Keyword and sound. Let's go into instant words. Today we have columns. And how do you read columns? Top to bottom. And how do we read those instant words, Sheila?
This is easy.
Okay, so let's look at the first section, first column. I'm going to read it. I want you to echo back to me. Back. Just. After. Give. Thing. Hour. Me. Most. Very. Name. Alright, Emma, column 2.
Thing, give, after, back, just, most, very, name, be,
Hour. Giovanni.
Hour, must, name, most, name, just, after, back, me, very, back, give.
Anderson.
Oh,
4.
Name things that we give most, after, name, just, hour, back.
Okay, good. Alright, so those are instant words. Have we read instant words? Quickly, really fast, without thinking, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, we have finished section 1. We're going to go into section 2.
Why we don't have section 3?
Because we've done 1, now we're going on to 2.
Oh, remember we used to do them all together?
This is a little bit different. This is the rate. This is something we started with A and B days. Alright, so we're going to start with our cold read.
Yes.
Okay. Let me swap papers with you. Okay, I shouldn't have given those out. Alright. Guys, y'all be looking over your instant words while Emma's reading and go around the group. Alright. Alright, Emma. Let me reset it because we're going for a minute. You ready?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead.
Bud and Kate are best pals. They like to spend time at the creek. Last week, Bud and
Chris.
had a plan. They went to make a leap and go on a long trip on the creek. Someone said we can grab the things we need from the woods. You get a big bunch of that tree, and I will start. Snatch a bunch of twigs from off each of these trees.
Okay, start right there. Good. Alright, if you want to slide that over to Giovanni. Okay. Alright, Giovanni, you ready? Go.
Farm and Carsey are best friends. They like to spend time at the plan. They wanted to make a river and go on a long trip on the creek. Rain said he can grab the things we need for the river from the woods. You get the big branch off the tree and I will snatch
Okay. Good. Let's head over to Anderson. Please. Anderson. Wait just a second. Okay, now you go.
Brandon and Chris are best pals. They like to spend time at the creek. Last week, Brandon and Chris had a plan. They want to make a raft to go on a long trip on the creek. Stan said, we can grab things. Fran said, we can grab the things we need for the raft from the woods. You get a big branch off that tree, and I will snatch a branch and twigs off of these trees. Frank and Chris ran into the woods. They met by the creek with the logs and twigs. I think we will need string too, said it Chris. So
Good. Yeah. Pretty good on those. All right, let's go ahead and do 2.1. Yes, we have that. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at 2.1. Look at your concept at the top and tell me what we're talking about.
Consonant, vowel.
Consonant. Okay, good. So it's a little different. So this time we have consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant. Good. All right. So, I'm not sure if I have no copy right there, but I don't. Okay. No, my goodness. Fingers don't want to work. Okay, ready? So let's read through these. I'm going to read the first line. I want you to echo after me. Plan, trip, grab, glad, shop. Okay, let's go down to the second section. First line. That, spot, clam, twig, win. All right, who wants to go first? Okay, Ryan Anderson, go ahead.
Plan, trip, grab, glad, shop, plan, glad, trip, grab, grab, plan, glad, shop, trip, glad, shop, plan, trip, grab, that, spot,
Clam, twig,
win, spot, twig, that, win.
Okay. All right.
I will.
All right, Giovanni, go ahead.
Plan, trip, grab, glad, shop, plan, glad, trip, grab, plan, glad, shop, trip, glad, shop, plan, trip, grab, that, spot, clam, twig, win, spot, twig, that, win, clam, win, twig, spot, that, twig, clam, spot, win, that, clam, shop, glad, clam, win, twig.
Good. All right. Ready, Emma? All right.
Plan, trip, glad, shop, plan, glad, trip, glad, plan, glad, shop, trip, glad, shop, clam, trick, grab, that, spot, clam, twig, wig, spot, twig, that, wig, clam, twig, spot, that,
Twig.
twig, clam, spot, wig, that, clam, shot, grab.
Good.
She wrote the same while being her.
You're doing really well on that. That's a good job. First time on that one too. Alright, you're really well. So, let's look at those again. So we've got consonant, consonant, vowel, consonant. So how did you read the vowel in those words?
Short.
Short. Why did you read it as a short vowel?
Because it's a consonant.
Because it's the vowel is the consonant, or the vowel is in, it's followed by consonant, which makes it
A short.
short vowel because it's in a what kind of syllable?
Close.
Closed syllable. It's a vowel in a closed syllable, so it's short. Coded with a break. Good job. All right. Move on. Let's do our spelling deck. I'm going to get out your papers for that.
I don't have it.
I got your spelling paper.
For this? Can I use that ready?
No, you use pencil. Okay. All right. So let's
You want to
see if you can figure out what we're talking about today. With our spelling deck, we're going to look and listen, echo,
Right.
name and write.
Name and right.
All right. So let's see if you can figure out what we're talking. We're going to do the whole deck today.
This is my curse.
Okay, we're going to practice. All right. So let's see if you can figure out what we're talking about today. We've got two different ones combined here. You ready?
E-R.
What kind is it? Digraph or combination?
Combination.
There you go.
E-R. R. R.
Good. You ready?
The combination W-H.
Good.
Combination W-H. What is combination?
Just write the W-H. You don't have to code anything. You're just writing.
Digraph T-H. A voice line.
With?
No.
Okay, good. E.
E. Digraph TC and digraph SH with a
Again.
V.
S-H or T-H?
TH.
T-H. There you go.
With a voice line.
A.
A consonant E.
Good. Let me put the paper down a bit in here so we're sliding around so much.
O.
O, comma.
Consonant E.
No, O, comma.
A.
There you go.
O, comma.
Think about what makes it make that sound. A. O.
O consonant E.
Anderson. Say it with us. I.
I consonant E.
Five, I. You're right. But what are we talking about? I.
Consonant.
There you go. Here's a long one.
Diagram C-H.
C-H. What's next? Final.
Diagram C-C-H, comma C-H.
Good.
Diagram
Just
N-G.
write it down. Diagram N-G, comma. Good. Book. Book. Okay. Long one.
C-K.
Think about what the first. K.
Oh yeah, K. Comma C, comma K.
Good. C. K, comma C.
This one. What is it?
Final. Diagram C, K. Comma K.
Comma C.
And then comma K. Next, here's our little tricky one again. E.
E consonant and
E. Just E, comma. Write it as you're saying it. E, comma. E consonant E.
E consonant E.
Final.
Final and final E.
There you go.
What was it? E.
We're going to go to the next one. We'll catch
Comma
up.
E.
You gotta go.
Comma.
U.
U consonant E.
Good. I.
I.
Sh.
That's like SH.
Good.
Mm.
And then ooh.
O.
And then ooh. Alright, so what did we do?
We.
Look back and see what we did.
Oh, I know what we did. We all had 2 letters or more.
Okay, so those are digraphs and
Consonants.
Consonants or combinations?
Combinations.
Digraphs and combinations, and what else? What other thing in there? Look, so that's A, E, O, I, vowel. There you go, good. Okay? Anyway, simple. Alright, so go ahead and go to your short lines. Get your trays. No. Look at our spelling. Alright, so let's see what we're going to need.
Mirrors.
One of my big little markers are all deciding to die today. Alright, so today we're going to be looking at, when you sit here, a final A, that having no sound is spelled combination A, Y, U. What do we do to combinations? Arc or underline?
Arc.
Arc are combinations. So we're looking at, when you hit the final A, it is spelled how? Tell me.
R.
A, Y.
Oh.
Okay. Are you awake on me today? You sleeping? Alright, you ready? Alright, so normally where do we find AY in the words right now? What part? We just talked about this at the end, right there at the end. Alright, so you ready?
Yes.
So we're going to look and listen, echo, unblend, pull down our sound pictures, touch and spell, name and write, and then code and read. Alright, Anderson, what are your short lines? Okay? Alright, you ready? Alright, so our first word is pay.
Pay.
Unblend it. Pay. Alright. Emma, what do I need to pull down?
Smelling vowel.
Okay, smelling vowel.
And then a Y.
Alright.
And Y.
Touch and spell for
This
me.
one. P-N-Y.
Alright, do you want to remember our rule over here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
I'm so tired.
Alright, so write it for me, Emma, and tell me how to spell it.
P-A-Y.
Okay, and how do I code that?
Underline the diagram.
Right.
No.
Or
Okay.
There we go. Remember the arc, or combination.
That'd be
What's our word
weird.
again? What's our word again?
Pay.
Pay. Alright, replace those. Let's do another.
That would be weird if we had a K back to P. That would be weird.
That's not gonna happen. Alright, Anderson, this one's yours. You ready? Tray.
Tray.
And blend it.
A.
Good. Pull down sound pictures. Okay, everybody's pulling down sound pictures. You want
Pepper. Circle.
Good.
Smile.
Good. Alright. Touch and spell for me.
T-R-A-Y.
Good. And name and write.
T-R-A-Y.
Good. How do I code that?
I know how.
It's not
You
sure.
are-
Just a second.
O-T-A-Y. And then that's
Alright. Read my word for me one more time.
tray.
Sorry. Good. Alright, let's replace those. No. Alright, Giovanni, your turn.
Yeah.
You ready? Alright, the word is spray. Okay, put it back to me. Spray.
Spray.
Now unblend it. Everybody unblend it. Perfect. What else on down? What is that, Julie?
A three string.
Thin string.
And then a lip puffer.
Good.
And then this thingy.
What is that thing called? Is it a front curler or side curler?
Side color.
Good.
And then
Anything else?
this one.
Okay. What is that?
It's a smallie one.
Yeah. All right, touch and spell for me.
S-P-R.
Are you touching and spelling?
R.
Let's start over.
S-P-R-A-Y.
Good. Now you can name it right.
S-P-R-A-Y.
Good. How do I code that?
You put a R.
Under what two letters?
About A-Y.
Okay. Because AY is a what? What do you call AY? Paragraph or combination?
Combination.
All right, let's read it again. What's our word?
Large. Right.
Spray.
I'm about to say large.
Replace those.
Now we're moving on.
Okay. So how did we spell A in those words?
A-Y.
AY. Combination AY or digraph AY?
Combination.
Combination AY. All right.
Miss Horton, can I just throw my other composite papers away?
No, you're not. We'll take them home and study those a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and get ready for our sentence. For this one, we're going to need to know that when you hear a short vowel sound followed by a consonant, just a second, listen, just slide them to the front. Listen right now. When you hear short vowel sound followed by a consonant sound, to close the pattern, to close the syllable, that pattern of sound is spelled vowel, consonant, and the vowel in a closed syllable is short. You cut it with a 3. All right. Also, when you hear a long vowel sound in an open accented syllable, that pattern of sound is spelled vowel, and a vowel in an open accented syllable is long. We cut it with a macron. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's review our vowel things on. We just haven't done that today. We've got that new one on there. Let's look at it. Okay. Can we go ahead? All right, so let's go through this real quick. A vowel in a closed syllable is short. Cut it with a 3. The vowel in an open accented syllable is long. Cut it with a macron. Vowel consonant E. Mark out the silent E. Code the vowel with a 2 adjacent vowels in the same syllable may form a so we underline digraphs, and this is our new one. I'm going to get my wording right on it too. Vowel R forms a combination before any consonant except R. And then we bracket final stable syllables and accent the syllable before. That's when you unaccent. Alright, so let's look. Just over. We're going to need, you can do a capital L or a print L. Okay. We're going to need instant word the. And when we do the instant words, circle them. Are y'all looking today? Alright, so let's go ahead and go over our sentence. What does the sentence begin with? The sentence begins with a capital and it ends with either a period, question mark, or exclamation mark. Alright, so you ready?
Please God.
Exactly right. Alright, you ready? This is a little bit longer. So I'm going to say it. I want you to go back to me. Lay the spray on the tray so we can play. Say it back to me.
Lay the tray on the tray.
Lay the spray.
Lay the
Spray on the tray so we can play. All right, we'll break that down. Let's do lay the spray on the tray. Go ahead. Lay the spray on the tray. All right. Flip it over, Giovanni.
No more.
Okay. Lay the spray. Lay the spray.
Is it AR?
And spray.
Yeah.
And look at
Yeah, and that's one. R. A.
On the tray.
On
the tray. Why don't you go and take the video all the way off? Take it off so you can. I don't know how to do that when you pull
The
it off.
last time I did it, my shirt came off.
Yeah, hold on.
PE.
Put it over here in the chair. We have it. Okay. That's better.
Okay, I got it.
Lay the spray on the tray so we can play.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Can I rewind?
You don't have it on here. Lay the spray on the tray so we can
Lay
play.
the spray on the tray.
So we can play.
I'm done.
What, Anderson?
Well, we
What do you do? That? That on an open accident syllable is long, coated with a. Yep. We went one up. Let's look at this word. To me, I'm missing this. Anytime you hear before A, O, U, or any consonant is spelled C, write it with K back.
I'm done.
Yeah. Catch that?
Did I not?
Just a second. Anderson Ramirez.
Lay the spray on the tray so we can play.
What do you need at the end?
Punctuation.
There you go. All right, Giovanni.
Okay. Lay the spray on the tray so we can play.
All right. What about?
That's a C.
Okay. How do you code that?
I put a B at the top.
What else do you need to do?
You came back to C.
Okay, and Ramirez.
Lay the spray on the tray so we can play.
Good. Let's look at lay again. What do we need? How is it spelled?
A-Y.
A-Y. What did you put on it? Look at your lay. L-A-Y. Okay. We need to do that E. Just mark it out so we don't need it. All right. Good. So tell me, how did you spell the A? How did you spell A in play?
A-Y. A-Y.
A-Y. How did you code lay?
Or
Art, because it is called a what?
combination.
Combination. Very good. All right.
I got 2 short lines.
Okay, that's all right. All right. Let's do a little review.
The camera is first.
Where did I put my...
Here we go. My extra one.
Okay.
The pencil's up. Well, this is humongous than the last
All right, have sticks so we can review just a little bit. Come on, Anderson, we're going to put that down just a minute.
You say it's so long.
Come on, Anderson, we got it.
I don't want the camera to see me.
All right, let's talk, still a review. Let's talk a little bit about... Let's talk about the bossy R sound. How many ways can bossy R be spelled? What's first?
E-R.
E-R.
U-R. U-R-A-I-R.
And I-R. Okay?
I-A-R.
All we've done so far is E-R, I-R, and U-R.
Oh.
All right? So, what do we call those?
We call those constants.
They're combinations. Why are they called a combination?
Okay,
There's two letters that say two different sounds, but they're still stuck.
And they say
But it's
R.
unexpected, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's two letters, two sounds, but they make something unexpected because we would expect those.
We expect them to
You'd
say
expect
R.
I-R to say if-er or a-er. This makes that
R.
It makes that sound. And we call it the bossy R because who's taking control of that sound?
Because the R.
The R. That's why it's called the bossy R. And here's our bossy R sound. And it's going
Yeah.
because we're starting out making that vowel sound with the open, then we're going to close it into that
I got a
side for
question.
the What?
Why is the R brown?
I don't know. We'll have to ask somebody else besides me. All right, so we've talked about bossy R. Let's talk a little bit more about AY. What do we know
Oh, I
about
know
AY?
that.
What do we call that one,
We
Giovanni?
call that one a consonant.
That is a is it a,
Combination.
there we go, combination.
And we code it with the
What? Underline or
arc.
Arc. Where do we find combination AY in words?
At the end.
At the end. And
Like-
how is combination AY read?
Like R. A.
It just says,
A.
hey.
Why the Y sound? It kind of says A.
It just says that's something else kind of unexpected, that A. That's why it's called it's a combination. All right, so that's what we've learned. So we've learned bossy R lately. We've learned that AY says A, and it's always found at the end of words. And we'll be learning a lot more about A. All right, anybody have any questions about those?
Mm-mm.
Besides why the R is brown?
Yes.
I'll see if I can't find that out for you, Giovanni.
Yeah.
Good question. Okay. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and move on to our comprehension of the book. And here's the book.
I remember
W charts. All right, let's review the W chart in just a minute. What are the red tabs for? What do they tell us
Who?
about?
It's a who.
The who's. We have a lot of who's in the book sometimes. You do.
No,
Sometimes
we have
we've got a few.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. What about the green tabs?
The green tab is where?
All right. Can where be just a
Where the story's taking place.
Where
where the majority of the story takes place? There can be lots of wheres, but we want to stick with the main one. All right. What about when?
When the blue.
What's happening, when it is.
When?
Like it
Can
says
it be just a time of day, or can it be a time of year?
We don't have one.
time of year?
We should have. Well, we'll go back and we need to double check that. All right, so when is the time of year. It can be time of day. When can be a season, can it? Just like when we read The Stranger, it was in
The fall.
Okay. So now what is our purple? And that's our problem in our story.
Where we left off and that stuff.
Well, it's the problem. That's the turning point in your story. The Y is what color?
Why? Because why did that happen? Like, why?
What led up to it? And then our how.
We don't have a how.
No, because we haven't finished our story. Because the how is how the problem is fixed.
Yeah, how is it like? Oh.
And has the problem been fixed in our story yet?
No.
What is the problem in our story?
That he's sick and
What does he want?
He don't feel good.
He wants freckles. Why does he want those freckles?
Because his mom don't know
It'll
his
look
name.
like his neck isn't
Because what does he not like to do?
Wash.
He does not like to wash his neck, does he? He does not take a bath. So he thinks if he has those freckles, then how will that fix his problem? How will the
She
freckles
can't
help
see
him?
all the dirt.
Right, she can't see all the dirt. Now, does he have any freckles?
No.
No. So how is he trying to get those freckles? His friend has those freckles.
Well, they're not fresh.
He has freckle juice.
The boy in his class that he saw, yes. So what did he do to try to get those freckles?
He took a note from
No, he took
Sharon.
a note from Sharon, and
It
Sharon
wasn't a
said
note, it was
that he will give you 50 cents.
It was her secret recipe for what,
50
Emma?
Freckle
For
juice.
freckles. And how much did you charge him, Giovanni?
50 cents.
50 cents. Do you really think anybody can drink a juice and get freckles?
I'll pay her 50 cents for juice.
After he drank that juice, was he kind of regretting it?
Yeah,
Because what did it do to him?
Make him sick.
Made him sick, didn't it?
like me. My mama.
Right, so his mom came in and she was all worried because she thought he was really bad sick.
And outside, he got in trouble because he didn't wear his clothes.
Right, he was supposed to have been outside playing, and he was inside making freckle juice, and it made him sick. And then what had he forgotten to do that his mom saw?
Clean up the mess.
He had left a mess in that kitchen.
And didn't manage.
So he had to go. So his mom has figured out he's done something that has made himself sick, that he's not truly sick because of something being wrong with him. All right, so we stopped on page 36.
I'm 37.
Right, we're on 37 because that 36 at the end is where she found the mess in the kitchen. All right, so let's start, Anderson, let's start at the last paragraph over here on page
As we were right
36.
here on numbers
Well,
37.
we're going to back up just a little bit, get on it right here. Well, young man. Right. Well, young man. Right there.
Well, young man, I'm surprised that you surprised Miss Burroughs offered you milk and cookies, and you refused.
Look back at that word surprise. You see how it's written kind of in those slant? That's in italics. So that's when she says, when you read that, it's not just surprise. It's surprised. She said, well, young man, I'm surprised at you surprised. So is she happy with him or is she upset?
Upset.
She's upset. Okay, Anderson, keep going.
Then you come home and made yourself a
And
I don't know what, and scared me half to death, thinking you had appendicitis. I always thought you were more sensible, Andrew. I just can't believe it. Andrew closed his eyes. Now, young man, you are going to bed. Andrew thought that was the best idea he'd heard in a long time.
why was that the best idea you'd heard in a long time? When you're sick, what do you want to do?
Go to bed.
Because how is that freckle juice making him feel right now?
Sick.
He's feeling sick. All right, so he just wants to go to bed. And then will also, if he just gets to go to bed, well, Mom, leave him alone, it'll all just kind of go away, won't it?
Can I read it now?
All right, let Anderson finish. Mrs. Marcus.
Mrs. Marcus gave a pink stuff that tasted like peppermint that she
Then
she tucked him into bed. Maybe the freckles would come out while he was sleeping. Right now, he didn't care much if they ever came out. He hated sharing. She'd done it a
on purpose.
On purpose, just to get his 50 cents. He'd show her she'd be sorry someday. He drifted off to sleep. He had terrible dreams. A big crane monster made him drink 2 quarts of freckle juice 3 times a day. 3 times a day. Every time he drank it, the monster got freckles, but Andrew didn't.
Giovanni.
He was drunk with it. Andrew worked up
Sweaty.
His
Stomach.
still felt funny. His mother gave him 2 more spoonfuls of that pink stuff, and he fell
Asleep.
asleep again.
The next day, Andrew stayed home from school. He only looked in the morning mirror
Once.
Once on freckles.
No freckles.
No freckles. He wasn't surprised. At noon, he
Drank
some hot tea. He wasn't ever going back to school. Sharon wasn't though.
It's because the rest of the word is on the next page. Sharon wasn't going. Read.
Going to see me without freckles. She thought she was so great. Well, she wasn't going to get the
Chance
to
laugh
at him. No, Sharon.
Sir. Start right there. All right.
Sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. But the following day, his mother woke him up and same time for school. Rise and
Shine.
Don't forget to wash your neck and behind your ears. She pulled the covers off his head. I am not going to school today. And he said, I am never going to school again. He hid his head under his pillow. So I got a school dropout in second grade. Well, he had to do something about that. Here are your clothes. I want to see you up and dressed before I count to 15, or you're going to talk to 3 baths a day, every day for the next 10 years. And you got dressed. He ate breakfast, then
breakfast bun.
And drank some milk, but he couldn't let Sharon get away with it. He had to do something.
All right, we're going to stop right there. All right, so Sharon gave him the recipe, and what did the recipe do to him? It made him sick, and it made him also have what else? What did it say he had because of drinking it? He had terrible what?
Ghost guidance.
He had terrible dreams. He had awful dreams
what
that night. It's kind of, who does that monster look like? That's like his dream. It looked like Sharon. Okay, because he drank all that nasty stuff and it made him sick, and he dreamed about it. Did he know? Does he understand yet that he's been had by Sharon?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what's he planning?
To get back at
He's
her.
planning to get back at her.
Where?
So is there? Okay, we can. All right. So go ahead and tab that.
Where?
Beginning of chapter 4. Let's tab that. There.
We already did.
Okay. All right. You already got it then. Good.
Chapter 4.
All right. Is there anything else in there that we should go back and tab?
Why? Why did he have dreams?
That's really not. We know why he had the dreams because he. Well, we've got the when because it was the afternoon. All right. So that was. We kind of have to be careful because the time changes quite a bit. But like Anderson said, kind of like with the where we need the when needs to be when most of the story happens. All right. So we'll figure out day after tomorrow what he's going to do.
Well, we don't know why didn't go to school.
Because he was sick.
No, but the next
Anderson,
day.
have a seat, babe. We're not done.
Yeah.
All right. So he was sick at his stomach, and he had drank all that nasty things and woken up sweating, and his mother had to give him medicine, so she kept him home from school to make sure he was well. So how do you think Sharon felt when he didn't show up the next day?
Mad.
You think she might be upset, or do you think she was probably kind of laughing?
Probably laughing.
Because she knew she got his 50 cents, and all he got was stick, wasn't it? So, didn't work out too well for him. All right, let's look at some adjectives today. So let's get our cards out.
And this is the last thing to do.
Yes. So go ahead and undo your cards. Let's lay them out. Let's lay them out and let's go over what they are and what each one means. Alright, put them in order if you want them.
Why do I know one of these?
Because you're really just going to have one main verb in your sentence.
I only got two of these.
Alright, so let's review a little bit. Tell me what a noun is.
A noun is a person, place, animal, thing, or idea.
Okay, can you have more than one noun in a sentence?
Yes.
Yes, you sure can. Alright, next tell me what an action verb is.
Action verb. Anything you can do or anything.
It can be physical or it can be brain. It can be a mental action also. It's not an action verb, baby. Alright, so let's talk about articles now. What is an article?
Oh, the verb.
Look on your card. What is an article?
An article is alert you what when a noun's coming.
It alerts you when a noun is on its way, and it's A, N, or D. Alright, you don't have this card, but a direct object. We talked about those. There's nouns.
Physically what?
It's what the action.
What a sentence is talking about. Yes.
Alright, it's what it receives the action. Alright? And then let's look at adjectives. Alright, that's your orange card.
It's which, what, kind, how many, or who.
Or how much. Alright, so an adjective tells us more about a noun. Okay? It's so good describing. It expresses that noun. It gives it some more. Gives you some more mental pictures. So when you're writing, do you think adjectives are good things to have in your sentence, or can you have too many?
Good things.
They're good things. That's what you want in those sentences, because that's what makes you have a good, rich story. So when you're reading a story, do you want a story with lots of adjectives or not many adjectives?
A lot.
I want a lot, because that gives you more description, and that gets that mental picture in your mind going a little bit better. That moving your head's playing a little more. So let's look at some sentences. All right, the first one is THECHILDREN
D
WATCHED THEFUNNY. I think I should have picked a different sentence. TELEVISION SHOW. Okay, so let's read it. It says, the children watch the funny television show. So let's start with our action verb. What is our verb in that sentence?
watch.
Watch. Let me get my cards for it.
Watch.
All right, so it's watched. Anderson, you're right. All right. Now, tell me what is our subject or our noun in that sentence?
Child.
You're right, Emma. This word?
This one goes first.
Children. So pull down your noun.
We got that one.
Okay. So you should have your action verb and your noun pulled down.
Do I have it right?
All right. Now, so where can we divide our sentence between our subject and our predicate now?
Yes.
Where do we put our piece of paper?
Between the action verb and watch.
There we go. So this is going to be our subject side. The rest is going to be our predicate. All right, let's go back to the beginning. What about the?
The is a
Article. All right. Because it alerts us that what is coming?
About now.
A noun. And so there it is. It tells us our noun is on the way. So the children watched the. So we have another one. Okay. Funny television show.
Television.
So what
Funny
is television?
is an adjective.
All right, funny is an adjective. Why is it an adjective, Anderson?
Because it's sprucing up the noun. It's giving
And
you
it's
more
also, but which
detail.
one of our questions is funny answering? Which, what kind, how many, or how much?
Which?
It's telling you
What
which
time?
television show, because television show is a, what?
A funny.
What is a television show? Is a
Noun.
It's a noun. Now, if you wanted to get really technical, you could have television is also an adjective because it's still telling you what kind of show. Because you could read the sentence, the children watched the show. Well, that could be a show at...
A movie show?
A movie show. It could be any kind. So, actually, television is also an adjective because it's describing the show. It's telling you what kind. It's a funny television show. So, can you have more than one adjective in a sentence?
Yes.
You sure can. So, let's think about that sentence without our adjectives. You're going to keep your feet still, please. The children watched the show. Do you get a mental picture? Now, say it back. The children watched the funny television show.
Yes.
Can you see kids sitting in front of a television, watching a show, laughing? Does that get that?
Eating popcorn.
Could be eating popcorn. So it gets that mental picture going for you, doesn't it? Right? Because if we didn't, we wouldn't know what kind of show. Your mental image of show might be totally different from Anderson's. But if you say television show, both of you are going to have that television pop in your head, right?
Yeah.
So adjectives are a pretty important thing. Let's slide your cards up and let's do one more. We've got time to do another one.
Everybody knows it's going to be like this. Everybody do this already.
Giovanni, no sir, slide your cards to the top. I might throw a question on you. Ehyeyoung THEWINDING Alright, so this sentence says, the young campers explored the winding trail. Alright, so let's find our action verb first. What is our verb in there?
Winding trail.
What is our verb?
Is explored.
Explored. Right. Okay. So what is our subject, our noun subject?
The young campers.
What is just our noun of the subject though?
Oh, campers.
Campers. Alright, Giovanni. Where am I going to divide my sentence now?
What?
Where do I need to divide my sentence with my black piece of paper? Where am I going to divide for my subject and my predicate? Can I do that?
The noun between
After
the
what
action
word?
verb. After verb and noun.
After camp. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let's go back to the beginning. What about the?
Article.
Article. Because it tells us our noun is on the way. Alright, what about young?
Now. Oh, man. That's an
Because it's telling you what kind of campers are they. They're young campers.
And when I
That's
think
answering your
young,
question.
I think like under 17 or something.
Right, more y'all's age. Okay. So the young campers explored. Giovanni, what's the?
What?
The?
What is this now?
No.
What is this?
Look at your cards, Giovanni. You have it in the right spot. What's after?
This.
What is that?
It's a predicate.
An article. All right. The winding trail. So Emma, what is winding going to be? The winding trail. Let's go back. What is trail going to be? Noun, verb, adjective?
Noun.
It's a noun, right? So we'll learn your noun card for that one. Now, let's think about winding. Is winding telling you more about the trail?
Yes.
Yes. So what's that going to be? There you go. It's an adjective.
Adjective.
Because it is telling you what kind of trail it is. So in your mind, you may just think it's just a straight trail. But when they tell you winding, you get a whole other picture in your mind going. So let's read our sentence again. The young campers explored the winding trail.
The winding trail?
So if I took out my adjectives, let's read it again without the adjectives. The campers explored the trail. Well, the campers could be adults. It could be a family. It could be just it could be old
people. It could be a trail at a park. It could be a trail.
It could be just a little walking trail. But when we put our adjectives back in, the young campers explored the winding trail. Then you get your mental picture. Campers become young, Your trail gets a little more winding, think of it going through the forest and kind of having to go and hunt through. So does it help you get that mental
If
picture?
you pick up those two, you'll be like King of that rock thing.
Right. It can be a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So adjectives are pretty important to our writing. They make it better. They make it richer. That's what makes good books, when you have lots of good adjectives in there. All right. We're about out of time. So let's go back. We're going to pick up our cards. We're going to review them as we go. First, let's pick up the noun. Tell me what a noun is.
Yeah, person, place, animal, thing.
Okay. Do you have to have a noun in a sentence?
Yes.
Yes. And a noun is always going to be your what? Subject. The subject of your sentence, okay?
Does it have to? Yes.
That's what your sentence is about. It can be about a person, place, thing, animal, or idea.
So that's right there. It's always
Okay.
action.
Just a minute. All right, so next is our action verbs.
Yes, I got it right.
What two kinds of action can we have?
Mental and physical. Yeah.
A brain action,
A brain
or it can be a physical action you can get up and do. All right. Next,
Article.
let's pull down our articles. What do the articles tell us?
When a noun comes.
When a noun is on its way, what are our articles?
They are A, and, or the.
The, A, N, or the.
And are actually
Then we also have
an adjective. It
adjective.
spruces up a noun. It gives you a better visual picture.
Makes it more exciting to
And
read.
then the
Makes it
last
more
thing is
story.
at the top.
And then we also have direct objects. What are direct objects? Nouns or verbs?
Nouns.
They're nouns. It's where your action is going to. So if you it receives the action. So if you said the campers walked down the trail, they walked down the trail. So trail tells you where they're walking.
Especially in a big book with no pictures, you have to use a lot of adjectives.
Exactly right. It kind of does take the place of pictures. That's a good point, Anderson. All right. Anybody have any questions about today?
No, ma'am.
All right. It's about lunchtime.
Okay, good.
Thank y'all.
See you tomorrow.